Signs you could be dealing with a narcissistic person. One of the main signs is that charismatic charm, where you can't help but feel drawn to them, compelled to help them in some way. You can't help but admire them, and they might have achievements behind their back. They might have made mistakes. However, people don't judge them on their mistakes because people tend to try not to judge on another person's mistakes. However, even judgmental people don't tend to judge them on their mistakes. And these are mistakes that people can make, yes. However, with the narcissistic person and their charismatic charm, they are mistakes that they repeatedly make that the rest of society wouldn't approve of another person doing. However, for that narcissistic person with their charismatic charm, it's okay because they have that way with words. They have that way to get people to almost admire them or get people to feel sorry for them. They will get other people, they will get enablers to sort of stand up for them and say, well, you know what a difficult time they had, you know what a difficult childhood they had, to believing that they're helping when they're actually excusing toxic behaviour and they're actually enabling toxic behaviour, because the narcissistic person picks up on this and just thinks, well, it's okay because you know what I'm like, you know what a bad time I've had. So they are full of that charismatic charm, either exaggerating achievements or boasting about achievements or playing down achievements to get other people to boast for them, or playing the victim of what such a terrible time they've had. They show fake concern, they show fake kindness for others because they do have that superiority complex. And we can often think that those have achieved something in some way, deserve that superiority. However, they don't, they're still a person. It tends to be those who have achieved, who are humble, who are genuine. And they often get overlooked because of those charismatic, charming, narcissistic people that are in your face. They're incredibly manipulative. They're going to take full advantage of your emotions, to exploit your emotions, to get you to forgive them, to get you to like them, to get you to bypass all the toxic, negative, hurtful stuff that they have done by getting you to feel bad for them. They throw false accusations your way, so you're busy doubting yourself or doubting the exes or doubting the narcissistic person's parents, doubting the narcissistic person's family, rather than questioning the narcissist and their repeat pattern of behaviour. They gaslight people, so you don't know whether you're coming or going. You don't know reality. They lie to people, they deceive people, they shame people, they blame people. They have that passive aggressive behaviour. They fall silent and they sulk on people because they are incredibly manipulative and they're looking to get their own needs met. They can be highly impulsive, and they're often impulsive because they are prone to boredom, and we can all be prone to boredom, and we can all perhaps do things that in hindsight we shouldn't have done when we've been bored. However, with age usually comes maturity and responsibility. Narcissistic people seem to miss this step. They're like that child that's been caught eating the chocolate with it all around their mouth before lunch that they were told they could not have, that will stand there and deny all knowledge because they don't want to get into trouble, but they really wanted to eat the chocolate. Only they're not that cute little lovable child. They're a grown adult, male or female, that is incredibly impulsive and lacks the empathy to care for how their impulsive behaviours going to affect the rest of their family. And if by chance it does affect the rest of their family, they're just going to blame the rest of their family for making a decision that the narcissist made. they can be extremely bad-tempered, and they often condone violence. They will find a way to rationalize why somebody else deserved someone's mistreatment because they lack the empathy. Most people, no matter what, will not agree or not condone violence. Narcissistic people will, because they get a great pleasure in other people's suffering. Most people, when they suffer through something, they go all out to try and stop somebody from suffering the same pain that they went through. They've got life experience, so they're trying to stop their loved ones from living that same painful experience. Narcissistic people live in hope that their loved ones experience the suffering they went through, and then they'll still claim that their loved ones never had it as difficult as the narcissist had. Well, now you know how it feels, but it was far worse for me, because they've always suffered far worse than everybody. They get pleasure out of other people's pain simply because they lack the empathy. They lack the feelings of guilt. They might feel shame, which is why they pass the blame. They lack remorse, which is why you don't get a genuine apology from them. They don't regret their behaviour. They regret getting caught, which is why they will offer that false apology in order to save their own skin. When it comes to dealing with narcissistic people, before you've either lived it or learned about it, it's very difficult to recognise it, as they can be behaviours in those who are not narcissistic. People can do an awful lot for somebody, and that somebody can treat them like rubbish, and the person who's done an awful lot can turn around and say, after all I've done for you, which is what a narcissistic person will do. However, they'll do the bare minimum for somebody else, and then as soon as somebody says no to them, they turn around and play the victim and go, well, after all I've done for you, to guilt trip, to manipulate, to get their needs met. So before you either experienced it or learned about it, it's very difficult to recognise narcissistic people. With narcissistic people, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour. It's who they are as a person. They don't change their ways, they just change their lives. They change the people that they are around. And those that aren't as good as hiding who they are often move on a lot faster than those who are. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support of the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to or have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.